Hello everyone, my name is Aliya Zülfugarlı and today with our team we will present a presentation about the innovation in green packaging. So let's start with our table concepts. First is the introduction part, next is the methods, we will talk about the data analysis and method. Third, result of our methods. Then we talk about the recommendation and reference, also conclusion. So let's start with introduction part. What is the innovation in green packaging? Green packaging innovation is a sustainable, efficient and functional approach that minimizes environmental impact throughout its life cycle. It uses renewable, biodegradable and cycle materials, optimize packaging shapes, and utilize technology like 3D printing are used to reduce waste and minimize resource consumption. Consumer education and collaboration are crucial for scaling up this innovation. This innovation is not just about conversation, but also a statement for responsibility for future generation. It encourages businesses, innovators, and consumers to join the revolution and promote a sustainable future.
So now on the screen you see our methods, which are air, water, and chemical pollutions, also waste management. We have visited Ecotech company, and all our methods are based on our visit trip and their advices. This is our data analysis, which is in the form of 2D pie chart, and now I'm going to go over shortly each of the methods and talk about them. Starting with the waste management, that takes 20%, and this is caused by the overusage of traditional packaging. Also, water contamination, this is caused by the usage of plastics, as we know. Air pollution, basically the manufacture process of this traditional packaging can generate some hazardous compounds into the atmosphere that as a result causes the air pollution. And lastly, chemical pollution, that's caused by the usage of toxic materials. These are the results, and we will talk about them in details in the next slide.
I want to break it down into simple parts so we can understand how air pollution affects our efforts to be more environmentally friendly, especially with green packaging. You know, when we make things like packaging materials, it often involves processes that can make the air not so clean. This happens in traditional manufacturing. But when we talk about green packaging, we want to make sure that the way we create these materials doesn't add to the pollution. So we need to encourage cleaner and friendlier ways of making things, that our green packaging truly helps the environment. Challenges we face. Recycling is awesome, but did you know that the places where we recycle can sometimes add to the air pollution? Yeah, if we want our green packaging to be truly good for the earth, we need to make sure that the places doing the recycling are clean and eco-friendly too. It's like making sure that the whole process from start to finish helps rather than harm the environment. Chemicals. Let's talk about chemicals. Some materials used in packaging release something called volatile organic compounds. They are not good for the air. Green packaging wants to avoid these bad chemicals, so when we choose our packaging, it's important to pick ones that don't have a lot of these chemicals. Transportation emissions. Now, think about how things move around, like packaging materials and the other products we use. The vehicles that move them can make the air not clean because of their emissions. Green packaging can help here by being smart about weight and design. If the packaging is lighter and made efficiently, it means less pollution when we move things around.
So now I will talk about the result of water and chemical pollution. So first is the raw material production. Raw material production impact environmental, energy and social impacts, including habitat destruction, water pollution and resource depletion. To mitigate this risk, sustainable practices, economical principles and cleaner extraction technology and efficient source are used needed. So second one is manufacturing processes. Manufacturing processing impact production, environmental and final product. Well executed process ensure quality control and reduce environmental impact. Eco-friendly practices reduce environmental impact, encourage continuous improvement and influence product design and development. Second is the transportation and distribution. Green packaging innovation promotes sustainable practices, reduce carbon emissions, and supply chain efficiency, promoting a culture of sustainability. At the end, it is the end life management and end of life management promotes resource waste reduction, economic benefit, energy saving, and climate migration, also responsible consumption.
Coming to the results of waste management, I'm going to start with the loss of resources. Green packaging is like using recyclable things or anything that comes from the nature, and we know that obviously this is good for the environment, but there may appear a problem as if we don't handle our trash in the right way, then we can lose out on reusing these good materials. So this is not only bad for us environmentally, but also bad financially too. Next is greenwashing concern, which is also related to my previous result. If people start thinking that green packaging is not being recycled, they may start doubting in the whole eco-friendly system and their efforts. So trust is super important in being eco-friendly. And lastly, landfill overload. Consider this, eco-friendly packaging materials are being thrown in the landfills instead of being appropriately sorted. These landfills get overloaded over time, they lose their capacity, and there may be also some compounds that can leak into the soil and cause a soil pollution too. So it appears that we wanted to be eco-friendly, but we just caused harm to the environment.
So, how can we help to innovation green packaging? First, the afforestation and green species are virtual for green packaging innovation, providing renewable resource, foresting biodiversity, maintaining ecological balance. They inspire sustainability packaging solution, involve responsible resource management and relationship with natural. Second is the transition to renewable energy. Green packaging innovation promotes sustainability by incorporating renewable energy source into production, distribution, and disposal phases. This reduces carbon emission, promotes cleaner practices, and optimize supply chain. Life cycle statements and technological integration minimize environmental impact.
Promoting sustainable agriculture. Green packaging is not only about the materials used, but also about supporting sustainable practices, particularly in agriculture. Many packaging materials are derived from plants, and how these plants are grown matters. By choosing packaging from plants and how these plants are grown matters. By choosing packaging made from crops grown sustainably, we encourage farming methods that protect the environment, conserve water, and promote biodiversity. Effective plastic waste management. Plastic waste is a major concern for our planet, and green packaging can be a key player in addressing this issue. Opting for packaging materials that are biodegradable or easily recyclable helps reduce the burden of a plastic waste on our landfills and oceans. As a consumer, we can also support initiatives that promote the responsible disposal of packaging, such as participating in recycling programs and choosing products with a minimal or eco-friendly packaging. Safer chemical alternatives. As we advocate for green packaging, we must emphasize the importance of a safer chemical alternatives. Packaging that is free from harmful substances not only protects our ecosystems but also ensures the safety of products we use daily. By choosing green packaging that prioritizes safer chemical alternatives, we send a clear message that we value our health and the planet's well being.
And now, lastly, the solutions of waste management. So the solutions of waste management, I highlighted two of them. First is waste reduction. The idea is so basic, just cut down on waste. Think of anything that you use daily, or maybe you can buy some stuff that use less packaging. Remember that small changes by many people can cause a big difference. And also waste to energy and biomass conversion. Did you know that some types of our trash can be converted into the power? And by supporting such ideas and technologies, we don't just throw things away, but we also create energy from the things that we don't need anymore.
First up, let's talk about recycling. He knows these places that take our bottles, papers, and stuff to make them into new things. We need to make sure that these places are really good at their job. That means better recycling facilities. Ever heard of circular economy? It's a good way of using things where nothing goes to waste. When we pick green packaging that can be used again or turned into something else, we are part of circular economy. It's like giving things a second life instead of throwing them away. Plastic is a bit of troublemaker for our planet, so we need to use less of it. Green packaging often means less plastic and more eco-friendly materials. When we go shopping, look for the products with packaging that doesn't use too much plastic. Lastly, joining community cleanup events is really good for nature. When we pick up litter and keep our neighborhoods clean, we're making a real difference. It's a simple but a powerful method. Green packaging isn't just about the packaging itself, it's about making smart choices that help our world in many ways.
So this is our references, and thank you for your attention.